Hi guys, today I will show you how to set up a hammock with a tarp over my head. That spot over there looks great. Let's check it out. Let's do a quick check of the tree. The trees look strong and healthy, and luckily, no annoying weaving ants or beehive in sight. How about the distance? I usually measure it by walking from one tree to another. Heel to toe, 15, 16, 17, 18. My hammock is about 9 feet long and my tree strap is 10 feet long, so should be fine. Okay, let's do this. Before setting up, I like to keep my backpack off the ground. So here is a quick trick. Make a snap bowline knot. First, make a loop with the working end of the rope on top. Flip the loop over, pick up the middle line and form a bight. Take the tail end, pass it through the bight and pull it snug. And there you have it, a snap bowline. Wrap around the tree. Then do a marlin spike hitch. Make a loop with the working end on top. Flip the loop over just like this. Now pick up the middle line and make a hole. Pop in the toggle and pull it tight. And there you go, instant back hanger. Alright, time to set up the hammock. Always use a tree strap to protect the tree. One end of the strap has a single loop. The other end is a daisy chain of loops. Start with the single loop. At the eye level, press it against the tree. Take the other end, wrap it around the tree and pass through the single loop like so. Pull it tight and snug it down. Make sure it is smooth and not twisting on the wrap itself to protect the tree. Do the same thing for the other tree. For this distance, it looks like 12 loops should work. Let's take out the hammock. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12. Okay, attach the hammock carabiner at loop 12. Let's walk over to the other tree and do the same at loop 12. 10, 11, 12. It is too saggy. Here is a quick trick. Make a pistol shape with your fingers. If the strap doesn't touch your thumb, the hammock is too loose. Ideally, you want the strap to touch both your thumb and index finger for the perfect angle. But if it only touches your thumb and not your index finger, then the hammock is too tight. Just be sure your pistol fingers are not too far away from the tree, or the measurement might not be accurate. Since the hammock is too saggy, let's try the 10th loop. Do the same for the other side. Let's check the angle again. The angle looks good now. This is just right. Okay, much better now. Let's test the height. Nice. Just right. And remember, don't lie down like a banana. It will hurt your back. Instead, lay diagonally like this, with your feet angled out, comfy and balanced. Okay, what if you forget your carabiner at home? No worries. Just pass the hammock through the tree strap, then pop in the toggle. Let's see if it works. No worries, a toggle works just as well. Let's move on to the ridgeline. Grab your rope and make a bowline knot. Above the head level, wrap around the tree and pass the remaining rope through the loop. As you can see, the rope is very long. I keep pulling, but it seems never ending. Here is a better way. Instead of keep pulling the rope, save your time and just insert a toggle. Easy fix. Now walk to the second tree. Make a trucker hitch. Wrap your rope around the tree. With your one hand holding the tail end, turn your other hand upside down. Grab the rope to make a loop like so. Watch closely here as we form a slip knot loop. Now pass the tail end through the slip knot loop and pull it towards the tree. Pull until your desired tension level. Lock it in place by passing the tail end through the slip knot loop again. Then give it a firm pull. This locks the tension so it holds even if you let go. To finish, tie an overhand knot around the whole setup. Okay, done. Just in case your rope is too short, you can combine another rope. Use a double sheet band if both rope diameters are different. Start by making a bight with the thicker rope. Take the thinner rope and pass through the bight. Wrap the thinner rope around the bight, then go under itself. To double up the knot, make a second wrap like so, for extra security. Dress the knot a bit and pull both ropes to tighten the knot, and make sure it is snug. There you go, a double sheet band. If both ropes' diameter are about the same, use a zeppelin knot. To start, make a figure 6 on one rope, working end on top. Then make a figure 9 on another rope, working end under. Put the 6 over the 9. Take the working end of the 6, pass it through the loop of the opposite rope. Repeat the same action with the 9, passing it through the opposite loop. Now, gently pull on all 4 ends. Finish it by pulling the 2 standing ends. There you go, a beautiful and secure knot to combine 2 ropes of the same diameter. Now for the top. Before that, let's make some Prusik loops which let you slide along the ridgeline. Make sure the cordage is thinner than the ridgeline, and you need about 2 feet long. To make the Prusik loop, we use Fisherman knots. Here is how to tie it. Make the cordage overlapping each other like so. First, take one end and make a simple overhand knot around the other. Now switch. Use the other end to make an overhand knot around the first end. Then pull on both ends to slide them together. And that's it, the Fisherman knot. You need at least 3 of this Prusik loop for this setup. One at the middle to hang the tent lamp, the other 2 at each side to hold the top. To tie a Prusik loop on the ridgeline, start by placing the loop underneath the ridgeline. Hold a small loop at the top. Pass the larger loop through the small loop 3 times. This is 1. 2. And 3. You should see 3 parallel lines on each side of the knot. Now, let go of the small loop and dress the knot properly. You will notice it forms a compact, fist-like shape with a strong grip. Now watch. If I pull the loop to the left or right, the Prusik knot holds firmly and won't slide. But if I move the knot itself, it easily slides along the ridgeline. Now let's set up the top. Clip a carabiner to the top eyelet, then attach to the Prusik loop. Slide the Prusik to adjust the top. See the seam of the top? Make sure it aligns with the ridgeline. Do the same for the other side. If you don't have a carabiner, no worries, toggle is your friend. Pass the Prusik loop through the eyelet, Pop in the toggle. Slide the Prusik to tighten the tarp. Problem solved. Now you can tie out all 4 tarp corners with guide lines and stick them down to finish the setup. Now, for the tent lamp, clip it on the middle Prusik. Don't have a hook? No problem. Toggle to the rescue. If you want a perfect angle, make sure the guideline direction is pointing to the middle of the tarp. There you go, a classic A-frame tarp and hammock setup. Most of the time, I prefer this setup because it provides decent protection against hot sun and heavy rain. If it feels too stuffy, you can put 2 poles at each side, like so, for better ventilation. And you can have a better field of view. If your hammock is too long and the tarp is barely to cover all, switch to a diamond setup. First, open the toggle at both ends and remove all guide lines from the tent stick. Now, rotate the tarp to a diamond shape. Attach the toggles on 2 corners. Stick out for the other 2 corners. There you go, a diamond tarp and hammock setup. As you can see, now you have more coverage for both ends of the hammock. Before we wrap up, a few extra tips for you. The tree straps not only protect the tree, the excess of the strap can serve as a rain chain to direct the rainwater to the ground. If you don't have an excess strap for that, no worries, make a daisy rain chain yourself. And back to the trucker hitch knot here. See the excess rope? You can make a couple of toggle hangs like so to hang your gear. On a clear starry night, you can simply slide the tarp aside and relax in your hammock, soaking in the Milky Way or watching the stars twinkle above. When you are ready, just slide it back. Easy, like drawing a curtain. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome. See you in the next round.